All right, y'all, this is our main topic, growing up hip hop. We're just going to go over some questions and yeah.
Let's see.
So, did hip hop help you escape reality or understand it better?
It's both. Escape reality and make me understand it better because it let me see other people's perspective on their view on life and just things that I ain't learned yet. You know what I'm saying? So it did that and escape because I always was just a out the box type kid. I never wanted to do what the majority want to do. So music was a way to just be in my own zone and have my own world going on. You know what I'm saying?
Love
So
that.
yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
My question is, what does growing up in hip hop mean to you?
Ooh, growing up in hip hop. I think to me specifically, just because I am a girl and we know that a hip hop is a very male dominated industry and world. But of course the women throughout history have had a big impact as well too. But
For
for
sure.
me,
Can't
I
deny
would say
that.
growing up hip hop was me watching my dad create music and watching him be just so in love with hip hop that it made
Mm,
me fall in love with hip hop, listening to cadences, listening to just the lyrics and the hard beat with it and the back and just like I don't know, just something about it just always as a kid like was what kept me grooving and moving and bumping. And I think what was amazing about me was that um I grew up, kind of like in both worlds, hip hop and Spanish music, reggaeton. And reggaeton was just coming up as well too, and it was like this greedy, needy, like Spanish type of raw hip hop,
mm,
and just kind of like going back and forth with both was so much fun to me.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's for me. It's my childhood is I would say
Very
growing up hip hop is
diverse.
being with my daddy. That's
I
what it
like
means.
that.
Yeah.
Those moments that people take for granted, those moments when people just building in the studio, how could this sound? We experimenting, you
That's
know what I
why I
mean?
love going to studios. Not that I don't think there's a studio that I currently I'm like, I want to go to and just feel comfortable in. But like growing up being in studios, just it brought me closer to my dad,
Yeah.
So it was a place that I always wanted to be in, just to hear create and watch things come together. Like I always knew I was supposed to be an artist, but I always felt like in a way it wasn't quite for me.
Mm,
Yeah, but I still express myself sometimes. So,
I feel like we're gonna make a track.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on.
I can't
All
wait.
right. Your question.
Okay, all right. So, were the lyrics back then that hit harder as an adult?
For sure. Crazy lyrics. Lyrics I'm questioning. What did you mean by that? You know what I mean? Couple of those. But then it's just like, now I'm getting the metaphors and I'm getting the bars now. That's the biggest part. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because now I'm listening to some Lil Wayne lyrics or like some old Jay-Z lyrics, and I'm like, I get why they felt like these people were so amazing. Like I'm getting how scientific these artists really were. So
Yeah, like
yeah, that's one
Nas.
thing.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, she rage bait me, y'all. You gotta know when somebody doing that so you don't
I'm
feed into
not.
it,
I'm
y'all.
not.
She is, she know. But yeah, I guess like
Mm.
Nas, if you love Nas, let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess. But yeah, it's just that right there, man. Just understanding what they really mean now. Cause now you might get a little money now and be like, oh, I see what they mean by that watch now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that's fire
Yeah,
shit.
but then the freaky stuff, like, ooh, wait, that's what I was thinking about. Oh
No,
my
that's crazy
god,
work.
now I know how to do that.
Oh my God. That's crazy work. All right, my question.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember the first song or artist that made you fall in love with hip hop?
Um, mm, I think the first artist that made me fall in love with hip hop, like really made me fall in love with hip hop, that I was like, damn, they're amazing. I would say Q-Tip.
Hmm.
from
You
top.
sticking beside that
Yeah,
Q-tip.
Q-Tip. It's just
He
like
was hard.
that the way he raps.
Real vibey, real swanky.
It just takes you in a good place in the 90s where there's really more community than cell phones, where there was more like,
Mm,
people breakdancing and just,
camaraderie, man.
yeah, like really bringing that culture up than down.
Mm.
So I don't know what that meant, but down.
Yeah, all right.
My
Your
bad.
question.
Okay, my question. How did hip hop shape how we viewed money, success, and struggle?
Man, it made us understand that we going through a fight that everybody might not be going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It really put a highlight on the black struggle. But one thing I would say, it put too much of a highlight on the black struggle because everybody wasn't struggling. It made everybody think we all was facing this certain thing, and to treat us a certain way and view us a certain way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Poverty don't make us. You know what I'm saying? Like our financial status don't make us our character. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's one thing I didn't like that hip hop did. Definitely in the 90s, it was so just like, man, we going through hard times. It was doctors, lawyers, people achieving goals, and they was in college and handling their shit as well. But yeah,
I guess my question too is like, it says, how did hip hop shape how we viewed money, success, and struggle? But at the same time, I feel like all that, what it made it was that people took the culture more than they took the people that were making it. You know what I mean? I feel like that in a way, that's
you
what
said
really.
took the culture more than they took the people.
Yes,
Yeah,
basically.
and
Like I
that's what
feel
I
like
agree.
that's what happened.
Yeah,
Where it was
because
like,
that's what I mean when it's like we over fantasized this struggle and they took the culture from us and not understanding that these are brilliant people that should have been paid top dollar and this, that, and the third. But they made me as a young boy think that struggle is cool, or like I should view economics like a man should get this super, super big amount of money when 100,000 probably been smooth. But they saying 100 million is something I really need to grab, you know? So
yeah.
yeah, it definitely shaped our views. My question is, who raised you musically more, the radio, MTV, BET, or your older cousins?
Ooh, I'm gonna say a
I
little
like
bit
that.
of everything.
Remix of it
Yeah,
all.
a little bit of
Nice little melting
everything.
pot.
For sure. Yeah, for
Mm.
sure, for sure. The radio on the way to school, put the radio on, you feel me?
Man, that's why
The
these
radio was
days,
a radio back then. You
that's what
didn't
I'm
have one, two
saying.
channels. You had a bunch of channels to listen to, You had
Yeah.
choices. And then it got to where it just got repetitive. It got repetitive. And now they play the same songs over and over again. So it doesn't, like, the radio, it is what it is. But MTV, BET, are you okay?
Yeah. And that's why like it's saying radio, MTV, BT, or your older cousins. When we didn't have all this cell phone technology, it was all this was the cycle. It was like I was with my cousins on the weekend. They put me on what they love. When I was at home, I got out to school, I was watching MTV BT. And then when I got in the car, my mama going to school or just in the house, we was playing the radio. So
Yeah.
it always was just filled with music, music, music. You know what I mean? Early 2000s. So
No, for sure.
yeah, it was a beautiful time to be alive, man.
Love that. All right. Do you think the culture was more authentic than compared to now?
Overly more authentic.
No, for sure.
I tell you this all the time. Everybody looked like superheroes. Everybody looked like Marvel, you know what I mean? Avengers, you heard? Like it was a beautiful thing. Everybody had their own cliques, their own clan, their own group, their own energy, their own lingo.
Yeah.
Now we all sharing the same thing. Everybody twin now.
Because, they say it's kind of like things recycle every 20 years.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like. I feel like there's like we're in this crazy freaking stuck vortex of culture where every 20 years it's just like we're just recycling it.
And I see it running back.
Recycling it.
Because as much as I'm complaining about the 90s where everybody
crazy.
not looking authentic no more, I see the authenticness starting to try to creep back in though.
Yes, I do
Because
too.
there's certain artists and there's certain like vibes where these people just got their own world going on.
Yes.
Like right now, I've been telling you how Denzel Curry, BK the Ruler, your girl, what's her name, Tia,
Tia Kareem.
Yep, her and the last dude. I got to look you up. I'm sorry, my boy, I'm not hip to your music, but they forming a group together,
Mm-hmm.
and it's giving back that 90s where like these four people just creating their own world.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
So
And that's how it should be.
yeah, let's
That's how
get
it should
back to
be.
it,
So
man. Be original. Be
that's what's up.
you.
I feel bad for the people that are stuck in like what it used to be. Cause like how are you ever gonna progress and
Evolve.
yeah.
Yeah. And stand out. You know what I
Stand
mean? It's
out
gonna be
for
hard to stand
sure.
out.
I feel like being yourself is always a good thing, but always trying to elevate is always better.
Yeah. Tweak it a little bit. I bet it works.